For today's recipe, we'll be making chicken and broccoli. Our sauce will consist of soy sauce and oyster sauce, the chicken bouillon base, aromatics will be ginger root and garlic. Our vegetables, of course, the broccoli. I like to put onion in almost everything. Carrots. I like to finish and garnish with bok choy, lightly steamed. And then, of course, chicken breast. This chicken breast was left over from yesterday's recipe, so it has already been velveted. It is ready to go. Broccoli. Go ahead and chop down. I mean, there's not much to talk about here, right? Get your little flowerets or whatever you call it into bite-sized pieces. I mean, we don't want to be going in with this big chunk like this here. When it gets too big to break apart easily, just take another cut at it then. And then we'll have some decent sized pieces, right? I am going to use some of the stock. So we'll chop it to a manageable piece, slices, and then dices. Move ginger. So there's our broccoli. Some people are probably like, "Oh, why is he using the stalks?" Number one, why not? They're a little bit more bitter tasting than the flower part of the broccoli, but I still like the taste of it. We pay for it. I mean, look how much of it they make us buy nowadays. And this is after I think I cut it down some. And I like trying new things, so maybe it'll be a win, maybe it won't be. We'll find out. So we're gonna rinse and then steam. So now when I say steam, I truly mean steam. A lot of our chefs I see are going in with a small pot or going in with a large pot with a small amount of water, a cup or two of water at the bottom, and throwing the broccoli right inside to steam. I don't know. I don't think they know what steaming is. Steaming is double boiler action, but the top portion of your double boiler doesn't touch the water. That is steaming to me. Maybe it takes a little bit longer, but it's the right way. So I just get a large pot going with some boiling water and take my colander with the rinsed vegetables, set it on top, and let the steam come up through the colander and do what it's supposed to do. That is steaming. While that's happening, we'll prepare some more of our vegetables. So the onion, we're going to go in with large cube or large dice, whatever you want to call it. And for me, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, that was one large onion. It's a lot of onion, but I like a lot of onion. I'm the kind of guy that when eating a hamburger or a barbecue or something like that, I will have my sliced onions on the side of my sandwich, take a bite of burger and take a bite of onion like it's a chip or something. I really enjoy onion that much. And because of that, my family has had to adapt. So lots of onions going into this meal. Let's go and check on the broccoli. So we are definitely getting a good steam. I don't know how well you can see that up there, but this is what steaming broccoli should be looking like. And we're not, we're not trying to cook through here. Soften the broccoli up a little bit because it is going to go into the pot into the wok with the rest of the cook fry method, but just pre-soften it there, I guess, a little bit. And that needs more time. We'll go to the rest of our vegetables. Okay, for the carrots, get rid of the bottoms. And peel. I don't even own a peeler. I just take the sharp blade with a knife, chef knife. And it really does the same exact thing. Probably loses less carrot also. Okay. A little messy, but I'm fine with that. Just clean as we go a little bit. Last thing I need to hear about when my wife comes back from work, in today's case, is that I made a big mess in the kitchen. I want to hear dinner was good and tasty and she can relax. Okay. Thin to win, baby. I mean, cut them how you like. Okay. I just checked the broccoli. I mean, it is doing great. A little bit nice and soft on the outside. Still got crunch in the middle. That's also why I think I want to use the stalks to leave that crunch going on inside our meal. These are ready. So, garlic and ginger time. Smash, peel, and mince. For the garlic, that is. Ginger, not too much more complicated than that either. Just add some peeling and with a knife, same way I did the carrot, and forego the smashing because I mean that's just for garlic, not for ginger. Get rid of that guy. I'm going to play around with that. Okay. I didn't make my blades that time. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So here, after you slice that way, then make the blades if you want to really fine chop or close to a mince. I love ginger, so if I get a nice little chunk here and there, I'm fine with that. All right, sauce. Chicken base. Soy. Oyster. And then once we get cooking, after the sauce is in the wok, we will make a cornstarch slurry so we can thicken and glaze. Okay, there's going to be a couple steps to the wok process. First of all, my stove is not very powerful at all, so I straddle my wok across two burners, and they're both at about medium high heat. Get our high temp oil in here, a couple tablespoons, and wait for our light smoke to come up. That way we know we're heated, right temperature to start walking. Okay, we steamed the broccoli because that's more delicate of the vegetables, and a lot of stir frying with it, I don't know, they break apart, it turns into mush, so that's why we're doing that separately. We're going to go in here with our more robust vegetables. I take a little bit more time, being the carrot and the onion. So we'll let these carrots get a little head start. In with the onion. And we're going to go with the onion until just start getting a light caramel color on the outside of the onion. I don't want those to cook all the way through either quite yet, because it's going to be all combined and cooked together with the chicken and all that. Okay, that's gone for a minute or two. I mean, that is what I'm looking for color. And I'm fine with having some of this little toasted bits like that. I saw one chef, especially like that carrot there, I saw one chef purposely dry roast or toast the vegetables first, and after it got sauced and glazed, I mean, it looked great. So I'm not gonna get too fancy wicked with that, but I'm fine, perfect with how they look right there. All right, our vegetables out. Got our pan back heated up. A couple more tablespoons of the oil for chicken. So now it's going to be chicken. Once chicken gets a little head start, then we'll go in with the garlic and ginger root. You want to spread this chicken out so it's not doubled up with one layer of chicken. Okay. I don't like to play around with it too much at this point. Let it get some good color on that side. Then we'll flip and toss it around, and whatever happens on the second side, so be it. I'm not going to sit here and individually flip each piece to make sure I get a perfect matching color side by side, but I do want to make sure I get a good color. At least one side, it's great for presentation part. So, I mean, you really can just let it sit. If you got your heat, your temperature right, your wok is a well-seasoned wok, your meat was velveted properly, all that, you can throw them in here, let them sit like that. Don't be so scared of it sticking and burning and all that. And just, you know, check the color out. Let's see what's happening here. So that's a little bit what I'm going after there. This may be a better example. And 30 more seconds and we'll just start swapping. Okay. In with the garlic. And ginger. I have a lot of ginger here. I don't know if that's, we're gonna hold back a little bit. That's a lot of ginger. Get that flame right on the center there. And increase it. Now you should be seeing what I'm talking about with the color of the chicken. That's what I want. Okay. It's probably 75% cooked on the chicken. It's fine. Our vegetables need more cooking. In they go. I'm afraid I'm going to have too much. And you can have too much. You can have too much for your wok, right? If you're not frying and you start steaming in here, it's not what you really want. At least not right now. And now we can go in with our sauce. Make sure our heat is up really nice and high. Okay, while that's picking up its flavor and finishing its cook, we'll get a little bit slurry ready to thicken. And that's nothing more than a couple tablespoons of cornstarch and maybe a quarter cup of water. Add that in here. The heat from the cook. We'll pick that up, mix it with the rest of the sauce we already have in there, and thicken that all up real nice. And we are just about that close to being done. So, in with the broccoli. And we definitely did max out this wok as far as quantity of food for its size. But it all does seem to be cooking just fine. We're there. We are there. Bon appetit. Really though, there you have it. And everything looks great. Mm. Mm-hmm. No joke.